What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, Bishop. So, part 3, my next video to my introduction into trucking. So, the last video I talked about my school I went to and all that kind of stuff, and I want to tell you what kind of my journey was in getting my CDL. So, I graduated on Friday, April 10th, and so what I decided I wanted to do was, I said, hey man, while the knowledge is still fresh, I want to go test. Try to get into the DMV testing spot. Hope, see if someone don't show up, or you got a few people who pass or fail quickly. Maybe I can slide in. So I believe it was that next Tuesday, which would have been what, the 11th, 12th, 13th, the 14th. Came in to DMV and I was ready. I tested, and the way the skills revision test in Virginia works is this: first step is your pre-trip inspection. I believe it's like a 106-point inspection for the outside of the truck only. And out of that 105-point inspection, you have to get at least an 85. So you have to, go over the engine compartment, the tires, every axle, air lines, brake lines, air tanks. You're basically naming every bit and piece of the mechanical functions of the truck itself, which is good because the one advantage I have is I know what things are supposed to look like, and I know what they're not supposed to look like. I know where they're not supposed to leak. I know how much brake line I'm supposed to have. All that kind of stuff that makes it a very thorough pre-trip inspection, so that I can get in my truck and as long as I do my inspections, I can kind of minimize the obvious safety issues that I could put myself in just by doing a pre-trip inspection. So I thoroughly learned the pre-trip, and that's the first thing you had to do in the test. Once you complete your outside pre-trip, you get inside the truck and you do your in-cab inspection. The cab inspection is simple. You're just naming gauges, you're naming your clutch lever, how much plays in the clutch lever, your steering wheel, defroster, your windows work, mirrors work, all that kind of good stuff that makes so that the truck is in operational function. And I'm not sure how many points that inspection is, but from my understanding, it's not a lot of points, which means you can't miss a lot of it. But simple enough, if you name everything in the truck from left to right, you'll be fine. So part 2 of that is your air brake test. Now I'm sure every state has an air brake test. In Virginia, you cannot miss one step to the air brake test. One step automatically fails you. You can't miss one step to the procedures of the air brake test. So I did my air brake test and passed that with flying colors. So the next part of the skills assessment is backing. Now, there's a misconception in Virginia for a long time, but I'm going to give you the truth about how the backing test works. What you're going to do is, after you finish your pre-trip inspection, there are 2 sets of cones in the Richmond location, or the Chesterfield location, for CDL testing. You got the first part of the cones that are closer to the DMV building, and the second set of cones which are closer towards the road in the same parking lot. They're going to tell you, hey, okay, safely maneuver the truck to whichever set of cones they decide to send you to, and set yourself up for a straight back. 4 cones. So basically, you have to straight back the truck. I'm not sure what the distance is. I think it's on like 28 feet or something like that, which means you're barely going to get, you're not even going to get the whole trailer past the cones. But you do have to make sure your rear tire passes the 4th cone, and you have to stay within 3 feet of the cones without hitting any of the cones. So you set yourself up for the straight back. Second part of the test for backing is the curve backing. And curve backing, it's not completely 45-degree backing, but it is a slight curve. I'm not sure what the exact angle is, but I do have a video later. I'll post a video of me doing a curve back inside practice, but you have to curve back. Now, the way Virginia works is you only get 3 times to back that truck up. And what I mean by that is, for instance, so you come up, you set yourself up with a straight back, you do the straight back, you get it the first time. Good, you're within 3 feet, trailer passes the last cone, you're good. That's one of your backs, pass or fail. So now you only have 2 chances to complete the curve back. Get it or don't get it, you only have 2 chances. My first time I came up and I did my curve back and hit the 3rd cone. confident. Okay, I understand what I did wrong. I waited too late to try to catch up with the trailer. Let's do it again. So I pull up, set myself up perfectly, back up, hit the third cone the exact same way. Automatic failure. The test is over. So disappointed. But I'm not discouraged because I said, hey, it's my first time testing. And so it's my free test. Now, the way Shipper's Choice works is you have to pay $100 after you fail your first time. If you fail the second time, you pay $100. If you fail a third time, the state requires that you take an 80-hour refresher course. And that can cost you, $600-700. So I failed that time. So I came up, I said, I want to go again. So I came back up next Thursday. I said, I want to go ahead and test again while I'm still fresh. I know what I did. I know what I messed up. Came back. Now, the way Virginia works is as long as you test within 60 days, whatever you passed, you don't have to do again. So I'd already passed my pre-trip inspection, so the only thing I had to do was redo my backing. Now, unfortunately, you have to start your backing all the way over. So, for instance, the first time I tested, I got the straight back in one chance, which means I had 2 chances for the curve back. It doesn't mean that I only had to do the curve back and I only got 2 chances. It didn't work that way. Had to start completely over again. So, came up, did my straight back, missed the straight back on the first one. I set myself up badly, and I turned the wheel the wrong way, and I completely couldn't see a single cone. So I screwed myself from the beginning. So I came up the second time, did the straight back, which only left me one opportunity to get the curve back. I missed it. So now I'm discouraged, man. I'm thinking, hey, I don't have $700 if I fail again. So I said, I don't know if this is for me. I'm doubting myself. I'm disappointed tremendously. My instructors at the school are disappointed because they know I can do it, and it was a really, really tough time for me because, I didn't know what to do. I honestly thought about quitting. So I waited a week and I decided to test again. And this time I came up, I did my straight back in one. I did my curve back, got it the first time. And so the third part of the test, pre-trip, or 4-part, pre-trip, straight back, curve back, is your on-the-road skills test. And, you get in the truck with the DMV instructor. They give you the route. They tell you the route as you're going, where to turn, where you're going, all that kind of stuff. And I knocked it out of the park. I just needed to get on the road. I was so comfortable behind the wheel of the truck. My nerves were getting me with the curve backing. So once I got outside of the lot and I was able to get on the road, it's basics. I did what I do best. So I passed my test. I actually waited from that Thursday to the next Thursday. So I actually waited a full week because I just needed to get away from the truck. I was doing too much and I was kind of kicking myself in the butt for not passing, so I need to get away. So that worked out well. I passed. The third time was a charm. I passed and I got my CDL. So now I've had my CDL for about 2 weeks, I believe. 2 weeks I'm outside the skills assessment. So on my next video, I'm going to tell you guys about my search and the companies I looked at, what I found out about those companies, what company I decided to go with. Bingo, bingo, bingo. And all the things that helped me make my decision so that I could find somewhere to possibly call home for the next 20 years or so. So in my next video, I'll give you all the information. I'll give you the information I got on some of the companies that I looked at. Please like, subscribe, comment, all those kind of stuff. If you got any questions for me about anything I've said or any kind of questions that maybe I can answer, hit me up. I'm completely open to answering questions, completely open to comments and concerns. Dude, I was in law enforcement for 7 years. There's nothing you said you can say to me that I haven't heard 10 times worse in 10 times worse situations. So I appreciate it, YouTube, as always. Be safe. God bless y'all. One, Bishop.